So yeah, I went on a trip and I came back and one of the ladies in the mess hall or cafeteria, whatever you want to call it. It's called the mat'am, which literally means restaurant, but it's not like that. Downstairs, and she was like, "So, Tamam doesn't care about me anymore, huh? Tamam doesn't care about me. I help him, I give him food, I do this," and she was yelling at me, and I was like, "What? What are you talking about? I'm really busy. I mean, I don't have a lot of time to keep in touch with every single person and call them every single time." And so that was annoying, I must admit. Um, don't give your number out to anybody. It's a stupid idea. It's not smart. I know I say the word stupid and people hate that, but it's just the truth. It's not smart. I wish someone would have told me before. I I consider myself a pretty social, outgoing guy. And in the U.S., I give my number out to all these people, and I get everybody's number, and I just like keeping in touch. I just love people. I think people are amazing. I think humans are amazing. I think that everyone has this amazing quality or a story to tell, and we can all learn from each other and become better people. We can learn vicariously through each other's experiences. It's just a beautiful thing, just human interaction, we're social animals. We really are. But it's different here. And so people want my number. I think it's because I'm an American. I think that's the main reason, or they want to practice English, or maybe they just sincerely like me. But I would just get, this one guy called me 6 times a day, and it was annoying, but it's normal. Or might call at 1 a.m. Knock on my door. Just last night, someone knocked on my door at 12:52 a.m. It's like, come on! After 9 p.m., do not knock on my dorm door. Now, if I put up a sign, I was told that someone tried to put up a sign, and what ended up happening is people started knocking even after that time and just being like, "Hey, there's a sign up here. What's wrong? We want to know." And one time the mushrif, it's the closest thing to an RA except it's an old gentleman, and they switch off taking turns 24 hours for our own safety. It's like a supervisor or something like that. And he knocked at 12 and he's like, "I just wanted to know if you were here." My eyes were like half closed and I was like, "Look, after 9 p.m., don't knock on my door." And so it was very annoying because it's just I think it has to do with that same theme, which is relationships. Uh, Things are more hands-on here. There's more touching, kissing, hugging, locking hands like a married couple or a gay couple might do in the U.S. Well, it's normal here, and you just have to endure it. Guys will come up to you and just give you a little massage or maybe touch your what are they called, love handles or shoulder or stroke you, and I don't really know which of these guys is a homosexual and which is not. Now I respect all people. It's just I don't want homosexuals touching me, just like how I don't want females touching me. And anyone who could possibly be sexually attracted to me, and that's because of my own religious views. I don't want to encourage that type of behavior out of a legal relationship. That's not the way to do it. So I don't know. Like for example, there's this one guy who I heard, and we shouldn't judge people, but I heard was a homosexual here. I don't know what an Egyptian homosexual looks like because it's a different culture, but he might come up and touch you and it'll make you feel really uncomfortable and you'll just start wondering and then just stay back. And do not give those types of people your number. It's stupid. It's not a smart idea. Many people in my program lie or do other things. I don't want to lie to get away from it. So I'm just going with the whole email's the best way to contact me, which it is because I don't want their phone calls. I don't like phone calls. I just have the phone, if you need something. And not giving them my number. And then what I do is I delete all the numbers from my phone book of people I don't want to talk to. And if it's a strange call, I just don't answer. It sucks, it really does, but that's the situation I'm in right now. And I might buy a new SIM card, but the ignoring thing is working out right now. And the last thing to do with relationships, the clinging, we talked about the clinging, boy girl, sexual harassment. Now there's this one guy in our program who is very passionate about that, and I appreciate that. And I'm very passionate about it, but he seems more passionate about it, so I respect him for that. It just seems like stalkers and creepers, I mean, guy to girl, are more here. I don't know why. You know, after reading some more blogs of my zumala, or my classmates, my colleagues, whatever you want to call it, I noticed that a lot of the girls have this fear of just going to the beach with their bikini or dressing in a certain way because they'll get so many either cat calls or these phrases in Arabic. There's a word for it in Arabic. I don't know the word in English, but I did some research online and I found some interesting stuff. So I did this study in 2008, July of 2008, not too long ago, just a little over a year. The Egyptian Center for Women's Rights, and I actually want to get in touch with them. That'd be really cool, doing an internship for them. So, sexual harassment in Egypt. They said 98% of foreign women visitors experience it. 83% of Egyptian women have experienced sexual harassment in Egypt. 62% of Egyptian men admitted harassing women, and 53% of Egyptian men blame women for bringing it on. The article also, this was on BBC News, and there's also a Daily News one as well, that talked about the the British consulate here, saying that they get the most complaints of sexual harassment, or one of the most, in Egypt as well. And a lot of men said that if they don't have anything to do, if they're kind of bored, they go and they sexually harass women. They call them out, they tell them things, they might touch them. There's a lot of groping in crowded areas, which is sick, disgusting. It makes me angry, but I don't know what to do about it. I think I thought it was just a Middle Eastern thing. I didn't see it too much in Damascus. I really didn't. I think it's more open there. It's a little bit more progressive, and you can understand that term however you want, and it differs from context to context, subject to subject, and time period to time period. So it's not so simple, ladies and gentlemen. And that is basically what I wanted to say about relationships. It's very hard, and personally, I don't know. Some people are cool, like the people here on our floor who have interacted with Americans. They're really cool. They're chill, a lot more chill, I should say. But just random Egyptians who I meet have not been so cool lately. Well, actually, in my whole experience here thus far in the 2 months. But I hope it gets better, and I hope things improve. Those are my mulahadat, or my what I've noticed about the differences in relationships between here and between Masr, and especially Egyptian Americans. I'd love to hear your input, because you're of Egyptian origin. You probably traveled over there or something, or Mexican American, African American, White American, Native American. Any European American. It'd be really interesting to hear about if you've noticed these differences when you've gone to a country of your origin, or just seen people of different cultures. Alright? Well, this was a very long post, but I had to share it. I've been wanting to share it for over a month. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.